Blood tragically spilling once again on the streets of Kashmir Valley. Yesterday, terrorists killed a 68-year-old pharmacy owner Makhan Lal Bindroo, a Kashmiri Pandit, along with two others. Bindroo is one of those who did not flee even after terrorists surged in the valley, and his pharmacy was well renowned in the area. His daughter Shraddha Bindroo paid an emotional and powerful tribute to her father. Listen in.
Makhan Lal Bindroo, 68 years old, a well-known pharmacy owner in downtown Srinagar. One of the few in his Kashmiri Pandit community who did not flee Kashmir after militancy and terrorism began in the valley. Bindroo was assassinated by terrorists on Tuesday. He was shot by assailants from point-blank range while he was at his popular pharmacy, Bindroo Medicate, dispensing medicines. He was rushed to a hospital but was declared dead. A murder by terrorists that has shaken the Kashmir Valley afresh. Pakistan-backed terror group, the Resistance Front, an affiliate of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, has claimed credit for the cowardly killing.
I'm an associate professor. I've started from zero level. My father started from a bicycle. My brother, he's a famous diabetologist. My mother, she sits on the shop, a female lady. That is what Makhan Lal Bindroo made us. A Kashmiri Pandit, he will never die. You can just kill the body.
A family that bravely chose to live under the shadow of incessant threat, now paying the ultimate price.
जो बंदा जिसने ये किया है, मैं उसके ऑन फेस उसे ये बोलती हूँ कि बेटा आपकी ये जो भी हो, मैं तो आपको बेटा ही बोलूँगी क्योंकि आपकी बुद्धि जो है ना बहुत छोटी है. ये करने से आपने अल्लाह को पाया नहीं, आपने जहन्नम का दरवाजा अपने लिए खोल दिया क्योंकि आपने किसी नेक फरिश्ते इंसान को मारा है.
जिस कश्मीर को खून से सींचा, वो कश्मीर हमारा है.
In Jammu, displaced Kashmiri Pandits have been staging protests against the killing of Bindroo and two other civilians on Tuesday evening. Raising slogans against Pakistan and terrorists, the protesters have also castigated the government for failing to protect the handful of Pandits who are left in the valley.
Killing of 3 civilians, including a renowned Kashmiri Pandit chemist Makhan Lal Bindroo in the Kashmir Valley last evening, has sent shock waves across the country. Here in the streets of Jammu, you can see that displaced Kashmiri Pandits are staging protests against Pakistan terrorists as well as against the government. The displaced Kashmiri Pandits are raising slogans against Pakistan, and they are also castigating the government for failing to protect the Kashmiri Pandits who are left in the Kashmir Valley. They are saying that on one hand, the government makes big claims about the honorable and dignified return of the Kashmiri Pandits, and on the other hand, the Kashmiri Pandits who are left in the Kashmir Valley are being killed by the terrorists.
The killing of Makhan Lal, a prominent, well-regarded, peace-loving, unarmed Kashmiri Pandit in the heart of Srinagar, has aggravated wounds that refuse to heal. With Ashraf Wani in Srinagar and Sunil Ji Bhatt in Jammu, Bureau Report, India Today.
And joining me now is Shraddha Bindroo, Makhan Lal Bindroo's daughter. Remember, Shraddha's emotive statements have caught everyone's attention. Shraddha, thanks very much for joining you. We saw you giving out a very brave message, tough message to those who've killed your father. First of all our deep condolences to you and the family. You've really come out so strongly in that video. How are you personally dealing with this tragedy though?
See, I'll just say one thing. I'm dealing with this tragedy because I'm carrying forward the teachings given by my father. The best teaching which I've seen in him, that is being fearless. He was fearless. He was not a coward. The person who killed him, he was a coward because he shot him from the back. Had he been a strong man, he would have come in front, talked to him if he had any issues or any problems. So what I've learned from my father, is fearlessness, and that fearlessness is helping all of us to walk forward in life.
You know, I couldn't agree with you more. Terrorists are cowards. They absolutely are. Your father and his family, Shraddha, were among the few Kashmiri Pandits who stayed back in the valley even when the community was driven out in the early 90s. So his fearlessness was seen in just what he did. I mean, he was clearly a very brave man, committed to the people of the Kashmir Valley.
Yes, he was a very brave man. He was among a very few Hindus who didn't leave Kashmir. You know, I was the only Hindu person who was studying in my class. There were no other Hindu girls in my class. They were I don't remember also. I think I was the only Hindu girl. But my father used to tell me, why are you fearless? Why are you fearful of anything? Go and just win the world by being fearless.
You know, the death of your father has triggered a wave of anger among Kashmiri Muslims and Kashmiri Pandits. People recognize the work your father was doing there. Obviously, he has struck a chord. Do you think, though, it will make a difference to this cycle of violence that the Kashmir Valley is gripped with, Shraddha?
See, this is a very good question, very, very good question, that my father's death has actually raised a wave of anger. But I believe, personally, if you ask me, being a Hindu, I have read the Bhagavad Gita, I have read the Quran, I have even read the Bible. And all the religions say that hatred, anger, they lead to nowhere. Only love, patience, kindness, they will take you forward. So I really don't want to spread any message of anger, hatred. I would just like to tell to all the people of Kashmir, spread love. Insaniyat to rakh lo, just have some humanity, and I think all the roads will open up for you.
What is your message, though, Shraddha, to the government? As someone today who still, I'm sure, is grieving deep inside, what's your message to the government?
See, my message to the government is, to all the government political leaders, everyone is, please, please, please don't work for your own interest. Work for the interest of the people. Agar aap ye yaad rakhenge that you have to go back to God and you have to be answerable to God, do good deeds in the world. Be a human being. थोड़ी इंसानियत रख लीजिए. अल्लाह के रास्ते पे चलिए. हम सब अल्लाह की बात करते हैं. अल्लाह के रास्ते पे चलिए. नेकी के रास्ते पे चलिए. I think that's the message I would like to give to the government officials and the government political leaders.
I couldn't agree more again with you. Insaniyat, you know, is really the touchstone in a way of how to take Kashmir forward. Everyone condoled, Shraddha, the demise of your father because he'd served the community, served Kashmiris, Kashmiri Muslims, Pandits, everyone around him. How do you see, do you see people taking that legacy of Insaniyat forward in the valley?
I'll tell you one thing. Makhan Lal Bindroo is only one. There can't be another Makhan Lal Bindroo. Makhan Lal Bindroo is only one. There can't be another Makhan Lal Bindroo. And out of all our family members to become Makhan Lal Bindroo, oh my God, he was a legacy and he was such a strong man. I think, I don't know who can match his level. So I think I would really not comment. He was an incredible human being. He was the best father. He was the best pharmacist in Kashmir Valley, right?
You have a message in the end to give, Shraddha, to those who have killed your father?
My message to those who have killed him is कि आपने तो ये सोच के उन्हें मारा कि आप अल्लाह के रास्ते पे चल रहे हो, कि आप जन्नत का रास्ता पाओगे, बट क्या आपका अल्लाह आपको ये सिखाता है कि जो कश्मीर में सेवा कर रहा है, कश्मीर में लोगों की मदद कर रहा है, उसको जाकर गोली मारो और आपके लिए जन्नत का रास्ता खोलेगा? वो तो आपने अपने लिए जहन्नम का रास्ता खोल दिया है सर. जिसने भी उन्हें गोली मारी है, अपने अल्लाह से ही पूछना. एक दिन अकेले बैठना. आई विश आप ये इंटरव्यू देख रहे होंगे जिन्होंने मेरे फादर को गोली मारी है. अकेले बैठना, ठीक है, और अपने अल्लाह ताला से ही पूछना, जिसने कश्मीरियों को सर्व किया है, क्या वो इंसान ये डिजर्व करता था? जस्ट एक मोटिव के लिए, क्योंकि आपको एक न्यूज़ बनानी थी, तो आपने बिंद्रू को मार दिया.
Shraddha, you've spoken with your heart and I think you've touched a chord with millions of people today. Once again, my condolences to you and your family. Our prayers, Om Shanti to you and them. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Thank you.